and rest. Just typing in here. Literally just finished with clients. So as usual, rushing everywhere. Pop in here. Hope everybody is well. This is being streamed on my Facebook accounts and YouTube. And it's all about how my skin changed when I learned to listen to it. There you go. And let me know. Show. And that's it. So I wanted to jump on here. We put the heating on. I don't know about you guys, but it's really hot in here. And I've got my walking trousers on as well because I went out with a walk earlier too, which is really difficult. But I wanted to just jump on here and just do a video which will get shared, and then I'm going to share it to other people as well, because lots of people are talking about how their skin is changing at the moment with the weather and all that kind of thing. And I've been in this crazy industry for 35 years. I think it might be longer than that now. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. And the biggest thing that I've been involved with is obviously skincare and makeup and fragrance. But skincare is the one that's obviously meant quite a lot to me. Now, when I was in my 20s and in my 30s, I think I had a picture that I posted on here. That picture that you would have seen, these two pictures. My skin was really bad. And then I was working for one of the biggest skincare and cosmetic companies in the industry. And I was wearing easily 15 pieces of makeup because that's what we used to have to do. And I would cover all my spots and my blemishes up. And I thought, well, that's fine. I take my makeup off. And the next thing is, I wanted to go out that night, have a nice shower, look in front of the mirror and think, oh my God, my skin looks absolutely awful. But it also felt awful as well. So after a few years, I ran out of my stash of skincare products and I started to have to go and buy some. And it was then that I started to think about formulating and making products. And what I realised was when I was making these products, the less I put on my skin got better. So remember that. The less I put on my skin got better. I'm just looking at the chaos behind me because I haven't had time to tidy up or anything. So working with over 50 brands, you'd have thought I'd have known exactly the product that you put on your skin to make your skin better. I'd brought all the acne creams. I hadn't brought them, I got given me, they were free. Acne creams which had acid peels in them, all sorts of products, suntan creams, loads of different things. But my skin just got worse and worse. And when I started to put less on, so just saying it again, less on, my skin got better. Now, the key thing for me was my skin was inflamed and it was sore and it was red. But the main thing was it wasn't just sore and red in a particular area. It was sore and red here one day, and the next day it'd be sore and red here, and the next day it'd be sore and red down here. So constantly felt different on different occasions. And this is where I just wanted to talk about when I learned to listen to my skin, not look at it, but like listen to it. I know it sounds weird. I could almost tell that my skin was telling me what I needed to do. Now, most people have combination skin, but I was also flaring up when I ate certain products, or maybe if I went and did some exercise, or maybe if I went on holiday, I'd just come back with loads of spots and things. And what I realized was that my skin, and what I teach to my clients now, is that your skin is not the same from here to here. You can, I've just put it on here, you can quite easily be oily in one area, you can be dry in another area, and you can be combination in another area. So how do you know what your skin is? Because it's really hard to tell. Well, just as a general overview, if your skin is oily, you tend to find it's shiny. And when I mean shiny, I mean you wake up in the morning and it's shiny. If your skin's shiny, then it's oily, not because you have spots. If you have spots, then you probably find your skin's dry, and that's because the oil underneath the surface of the skin can't get through and gets blocked. So don't think spotty skin is oily skin. It needs to literally have a shine on it when you wake up in the morning. Then if you've got dry skin, so I've just written some notes down here so I don't go off track. If you've got dry skin, then you will find that you'll wake up in the morning, so it's what it is when you wake up in the morning. Your skin might even be flaky. It'll be matte in appearance. It'll be dry to the touch. And basically, you can tell that you definitely need to put moisturiser on. Now, you might find you've got an oily part here and you might find you've got a dry part here. So you can mix, and that's when you go into sort of combination skin. Now, if you've got a T-zone, as it says T here. So if you've got like a shiny bit of skin here and shiny bit of skin here, then that's what most people call as T-zone. But you can have a dry T-zone. So you can literally have dry skin here and oily on the sides. So don't read into having a T-zone as necessarily having oily, spotty or congested skin. You can have different ones. And if you have sensitive skin, so if you've got sensitive skin, that means that you are all of those things. You're a bit oily, a bit dry. You can be whatever your skin type is, but sensitive skin is something that overlaps that. So you can be dry and sensitive, you can be oily and sensitive, and you can be combination and sensitive. So the most important thing here is when people come and see me and say, I've got sensitive skin, it's like, yes, that's a symptom of your skin, but what is your skin type? So it's worth finding out what it is. Now, when you go to bed at night, it's really important to look at your skin then as well. So if you remember waking up in the morning, your skin was oily, and then your skin was dry when you went to bed, it's kind of telling you that maybe what you're putting on your skin that day is drying your skin out. So this is where you learn to listen to your skin, okay? I also like to tell people, this is a biggie, that you don't necessarily use the one product. When you listen to your skin, you actually end up with several products. Now, the most important thing is that you don't layer these products. So you don't put 3 or 4 creams on top of each other. What you do is you need to make sure that where you put a specific product, so say for example, here is my treatment oil number 4. So this is good for congested skin. So I might put that just on this area here. And if I find this is one here, this is my number 1 oil, so this is allergen free. So if my skin's sensitive, which might be in this area here, I might put number 1. Or if my skin is feeling a little bit mature, a little bit older, then what I might do is put my treatment oil number 2. So this is what's known as zoning. So when you zone your skincare, what you do is you put your skincare in specific areas. Now, say for example, you've got a dry area here. If you've got a moisturiser and that you've brought it for oily skin, if you bring it down onto this area here, an oily skincare product is designed to absorb oil. So if you get that product on this dry area, what you're going to find then is that your skin is going to dry out even more. So what's important, again, is that you listen to your skin and you work out where it is. The other things that you can do is, if there's anyone heard of face yoga, if you've heard of face yoga, it's just like body yoga. And what you're going to do is you're going to exercise the muscles underneath your skin. Now, this has a direct impact on how you touch your skin. The more times you touch your skin, the more oil you will produce. If you went to a hairdresser and you were to say, can I have a scalp massage? She's not going to massage your scalp to make your hair or your scalp drier. She's massaging it to bring blood to that area, which in turn brings nutrients, which normally is oil. So if you've got a dry skin, what I would really encourage you to do is when you put your moisturizer on is you massage it. You can do face yoga, which you tone the certain areas, and I can teach you how to do that. But be quite massage it in, do some nice big circles and what have you. And if you've got dry skin, this will stimulate more oil to the surface of your skin. Now, with that in mind, if you've got oily skin, and this is what people tend to do, the more you wash your skin, the more you touch your skin, the more you move your skin, you are going to be producing more oil. And what tends to happen in the industry is the more oilier the skin is, the more products they tend to sell you, because there's masks and there's scrubs. And those people also tend to use really strong products because they want to remove all the oil. What your skin does then is it sits and it thinks, not producing enough oil, a bit like not drinking enough water, and then produces more oil to compensate for it. So don't massage your skin if your skin is oily. Now, you might have heard of that before because people say if you've got a spot, don't touch it. Because if you touch a spot, you'll tend to find you'll get another one. What you've done there is you've pressed around the areas, skin thinks it's got friction, produces more oil, and you get another spot, as well as obviously the bacterial side of things as well. So skin is complicated. Skin isn't just the same thing from hair to hair. And all through my 20s and my 30s working with skincare brands, I would buy into oily skincare product, dry skincare product, combination skincare product. What you'll find with anything that I'll tell you is that I don't work like that. I work with zones and basically will get you to work out what type of skin you've got and where those elements are. If I was to break down my treatment oils, just to give you a little bit of an overview, I've put some notes here as well. You can go and buy whatever brand you want on the market and I'll help you with it. It's not a problem at all. But I work with 3 products. Now, if you put more products on your skin, it can obviously then lead you to not realizing which is the product that's irritating you or which is the product that's working for you. So my skincare philosophy is that you use one product to not only clean your skin, but moisturize it as well. That's right, just one product. So if you were to take my treatment oil number 1, which is allergen free and it's calming and it's gentle, it's fantastic if you've got sunburn, irritated skin, if you're the sort of person that goes for a walk and you come back and your skin's really, really red, if you get hypersensitivity when you're in the sunshine, or if you've got a burning or an itching sensation, or quite frankly, you don't like products that smell, this is the one you would go for. And how you can use this is you'd massage it 3 or 4 pumps onto your face, massage it all over your face, take it off with a hot cloth, which would take your makeup off as well. That's moisturized and cleaned your skin. And if you need to moisturize it again, you put a little bit more on. Now, of course, if you want to use eye creams, lip treatment products, wrinkle preventing products, all those products, then you can put those on if you want to, but give it a go. I think you'd be really surprised just by using one product how much better your skin will get, and then you'll be able to identify. The same with the number 2 oil. You can use it to take your makeup off, and you can also use it to moisturize as well. Now, I call this my stunning blend. It's a brightening blend. It's got neroli, sweet orange, and geranium. These properties that's inside this particular product help to brighten, good for mature skin. The neroli is fantastic for stress. And it's a product that really makes you feel alive when you've got it on. Not in a very fragrant way, but it does something that basically makes you feel really, really good. So the properties inside the product are really important as well. Now, if you felt your skin was congested in any way, you'd go for number 4 treatment oil. Now, this has got lavender, geranium. No, it hasn't got lavender in it. It's got lavender, not geranium, sorry. It's got lavender, tea tree in there, and a dash of patchouli. Now, lavender and tea tree, I think, are the most popular essential oils, and we all know how good they are for the skin. And if I was to put it into a little wrapper, what this product does is it keeps your skin healthy. So if your skin looks congested or not balanced in any way, or you've got blackheads, or you're constantly getting breakouts, this number 4 is the one that you would go for straight away. So if you wanted one product, then you could take one of my treatment oils, for example, in that area. But if you really want to be clever and you really want to get your skin in a really good condition, you'd zone it. So you'd be able to say, I know, for example, I tend to get congested here, so I'd put my number 4 oil there, and I'd probably put my number 1 oil here, where I tend to be quite sensitive on my forehead, and number 2 here. Now, that might be a little bit too much of a faff for you. So what I'd end up doing is work out which is the best one for you, and we'd go for that particular oil. But if you want to really sort out your skin, you'd zone it, you'd work out where things are and do things in a bit more of a strategic way. Now, my skin, when I was in my 30s and my 40s, was really, really bad. When I started formulating products, I didn't know what to do. And the reason why I started first creating my skincare oils was based on nothing to do with science. It was just to do with some things that I loved. And in my granddad's garden, nan and granddad's garden, on the fence at the back, he used to grow geraniums, and these were the red geraniums. And I always remember it as a little girl, and I love the smell of geranium. So I started mixing and blending with geranium. Little did I know that it's fantastic for the skin, and it's a really good tonic for the skin as well. So that was kind of like a little bit weird that my first oil that I made, I put geranium in. Neroli was something that I came across because I just absolutely love the smell of it. If you don't know what neroli is, it's the flower of the sweet orange blossom tree. So if you've ever been on holiday and you've walked past it in the sunshine, it's amazing. It's used by many people for stress. It literally lifts your mood and makes you feel good. It's classed as a bit of a queen of essential oils. It's one of the most expensive essential oils, but it's the one that works really well. Now, there's different types of neroli, like there is geranium. So be careful if you want to go and get these essential oils separately, because they will smell completely different. So I got for people who remember when I was doing it, I got lots of different nerolis and lots of different geraniums. So it's not just a case of going and getting one. If you go and buy different bottles of essential oil of geranium, they will all smell slightly different. So you have to cherry pick which is the right one and the right blend. And there's also sweet orange in there. Sweet orange is basically the zesty bit of the orange, but not the sour bit, the really refreshing bit. And this really brightens the skin. So this was the 3 products that I put into my first oil that I used. And that's the one you see the picture of. That's the one that I've used for the last 15 years and literally has changed my skin. So this is the blend that I made, and I started listening to my skin. And when I realised that I needed to put more on or less on, then I listened to my skin. Now, this little talk that I've done here has given you a little bit of an overview about what I've done and how you can do different things. But for me, you have to personalise it. I need to be able to say to you, this is what you need to do and this is how you need to use it. So I've created my skincare solutions. Anybody can come on it. And basically, skincare solutions is going to help you map your own skin. So you can work out where you're oily and where you're congested, where you need extra help, not just a one-off, but how you can do it on a daily basis. So when you've got your products in front of you on your shelf, you can work out each day which particular blend you need to do. Some people ask me, why don't I do a treatment oil number 3? So I do a number 1, which is allergen free, number 2, which has all the lovely neroli in it, but I don't do a number 3. Number 3 was one that I made and I put it into a moisturizer. And when I was making it, it got sandalwood and really beautiful things in there, but it didn't really work as an essential oil. It just smelt too woody, I guess. But what I came up with a really good idea was, if you mix together my number 1 oil and number 2 oil, you get your number 3 oil. So what you're going to get there is the lovely richness of the number 1 oil, and you're going to get all the benefits of the number 2. And these are the things that I teach you. Now, you can't just go and take 2 or 3 products off the shelf and mix them, because basically they might clash. and you just basically would overpower your skin. You need to be a little bit of a slight chemist, I suppose, and understand which products you can mix and which ones you can't. I'm talking about the face here, but you can also do this for the body. So those of you who've got itchy backs, maybe you have a spotty chest, maybe you've got really dry skin, and the area that really gets underlooked is your feet. If you've got dry, flaky feet, this is an area again that when you think about your skincare, you need to think about your whole body. Don't just think about this bit, which is what we do when we think about skincare. Skincare is your whole body. So by again having this library of treatments that you can do, you might decide that your feet need a little bit of TLC with the extra benefits of the tea tree and the lavender, maybe a little bit inflamed. You might find your hands are really dry. You might put number 1 on there, and then you might find you want the mature, the benefits of what number 2 does for mature skin. So you can zone it. So we're not just talking the face, we're talking the whole body. And for those of you who have skin problems, then it's really good for it. So Skincare Solutions teaches you how to map your skin. It teaches you how to work out which product you would put where and how to do it. And the next thing's going to be, you're going to ask me, well, which product do you use? Well, on my Skincare Solutions little course that I've done, I hope what I've given you information-wise so far has helped. But if you want to take this further, my Skincare Solutions, you get, I send you to your home the 3 oils. So the 3 oils basically you can work with, and when I'm working with you with regards to working and mapping your skin out, then you can trial and test them at the same time. So that's just a little bit about my skin. I had, those pictures might shock you. I'm going to put a little link in here, which is to tell you about how what I did. So with my skin and how I got it better. On my skin was a massive thing for me. I was quite depressed actually for probably about 15 years of my life with my skin. I really do know what it's like to have really bad skin. Your skin can be really sore. It's very emotional and it can be very upsetting. And if you want to put makeup on the top of bad skin, it just doesn't work. It's really important that you look after your skin, and it's really important that you don't overload it. And also my third thing is it's really important that you don't spend a lot of money. You really don't need to spend a lot of money on your skincare products, but you need to make sure you get the right ones. For those of you who are joining me in a couple of weeks' time, as you know, I've signed up to lose weight, and I've signed up, where's her little sheet? I've signed up to this, okay, the Blood Sugar Revolution. It's with my lovely friend, Suzanne, and she's going to teach me all about how every single product that I put in my mouth, whether it spikes me, as in other words, gives me a blood sugar rush, and then I go craving for other products. A little thing that Suzanne and I did the other day was she gave that course away at a massive discounted price. Some of you have joined, which is amazing, and I can't wait to do it with you all. And what I did in a mad moment is I chucked in my skincare solution program, which you get all the treatment oils and all my knowledge as well, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to say goodbye. I hope me exposing myself here, I've got no filters on, I've got a bit of foundation on because obviously I've been working today, and I hope you all listen to your skin. Take care. Bye.